You can set up individual contact filters for each user. So for Chris Huffman here, we have process hold contacts, and for Fred, we also have process hold contacts. But one thing you can do is you can preview what contacts are accessible by these users. You can see the Chris Huffman on the preview screen that has 174 contacts, while we can click on Fred Fenderline, will show you that's only 79 contacts. So each user accessing database with different privileges actually gets a different set of contact lists. So let's look at individual contact filters. The first one and the most all-encompassing contact filter is the process hold contacts. All the contacts are processed from ACT over to Outlook and vice versa. There's no limitation on them. You can actually exclude private contact or include the private contact. And that's the only filtering mechanism that can be used here. We also have something that we call the intelligent updater. If you're running on a local PST file, enable the intelligent updater so the speed of conversion and synchronization increases dramatically. If you're running on an Exchange server, do not enable the intelligent updater. Then we have process contacts with calendar. That means that only contacts that have a calendar event associated with it are processed or selected to enact in order to be brought over to Outlook. A process group. Here you can process a particular set of groups from ACT over to Outlook, and then it will just process this group. One interesting item on this selection is that you have a way of matching the ACT groups over to Outlook and keep the number in Outlook the same. You do that by enabling the removal of Outlook contacts that are not in the subgroup, and then enable the activities as well, and enable only the removal of items created by the synchronizer. What this means is that we always ensure that the group in Outlook is exactly the same as the group in ACT. If we delete contacts in Outlook, we then do not delete them in ACT. So it ensures that our information from ACT over to Outlook is always consistent, and it does not remove it from ACT. Another set of filters that we have is the process privates. So you can only process private contacts. Make sure that the include private contacts is set in this, because otherwise it will ignore it. And another one is only meetings, to-dos, and calls. One thing we do, we embed contact data into the meetings. So from that, it's actually a lot of our customers only select this option. And the last one is converting contacts from a lookup. You can set up a lookup field in ACT to be a particular value, and only those contacts that match that value will actually come over to Outlook. The same thing here, you can enable the removal of anything in Outlook that does not belong to this particular lookup, making sure that Outlook always matches your ACT.